Susie de Santiago with Cudahy Alliance for Justice.
Great. How has your understanding of the water cycle improved since you started attending these workshops?
It's improved a lot, actually. Not only did it improve, but I also learned that many of the older community in my city is already doing some of these projects, or not projects, but changes in their homes. So it was a learning and something that we can do as well.
When you think of rain and stormwater, what comes to mind on a community level?
It's when I think about that, it's like when the first rain hits the ground, the just like all the oils and things that are on the ground, and how it affects when it goes into the drain, the street drains there. So
Do you think of stormwater as a resource? Before, did you think of stormwater as a resource?
no, not really, not so much.
And after these workshops, you do now?
Yes, after these workshops, I do, because I learned that we could collect the rainwater and be able to use it for like washing, for like watering our gardens, and just different things like that.
What connections do you see between stormwater management and environmental justice in your community?
I think that it will help improve the community, because in the city that I live, unfortunately, it's a disadvantaged community, and there's a lot of toxic sites in that area. So by learning about stormwater and the effects of how it could positively affect our community by making these small changes, it's going to be beneficial to not just us as a community, but also like our environment as well.
In what ways do you feel more confident and better equipped to advocate for stormwater projects in your community?
Like I said, I'm new to this, and so I'm learning. And like with the project that we're working on currently, with the schools, it's also like it's opening up bigger ideas, how we can have more green space in our area and use the stormwater to improve and maintain those like community gardens that we're planning on building.
Can you tell us a little bit about your project?
Okay, as far as our projects are concerned, they're going to be in two schools in our area. One is Teresa Hughes Elementary, and the other one is Alan Ochoa Learning Center. And so both of them, we're planning on having community gardens, and and also building, and I just learned this term, having a green wall to protect the students from all the gases that from the cars, the buses that are passing by. And, it'll just help protect those emissions from getting into the schools. Also, creating the community gardens where we'll have some rain barrels. And maybe for a bigger project in the future, we were also talking about the permeable pavers, also because of the collection of the stormwater, and help improve also the area for the students. And the community gardens that we plan on having at the schools, we're looking at having them as more like Zen gardens for the students, where they could have an area where they could go read, have maybe a place where they can do some art. So just like a quiet area for the students that don't want to necessarily have a physical activity with the other students. So it just gives them a space, a quiet space.
That is great. All that coming from a stormwater project.
Yes.
Now, for the schools, what grades are at each school?
For Teresa Hughes Elementary, it's really pre-K through 6th grade. And for Ellen Ochoa Learning Center, it's pre-K through 8th grade.
Great. Maybe the students can even get involved in putting together some of these projects. We'll see.
Yes, that's for sure. That's a plan.
And what other water-related projects would you like to see in your community besides the project you're working on?
Um, I think this would be a bigger project, and it would involve hopefully the parks in our area, where we could have spaces there, instead of having concrete. Also have the permeable pavers, have some plants that are friendly to the environment and help clean up the contamination that currently exists in our area. So it'll create healthier breathing air for everyone that's there.
And now, do you know where to get additional resources for future stormwater projects in your community?
I'm learning a lot. So we recently applied to one of the grants, and thankfully, Cudahy Alliance for Justice was granted, awarded that grant, and we're also now in the planning of these two projects. We also are learning of even more grants that are out there.